Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Peace. May the rahmah and the rahim and the blessings of Allah be upon you and within you. This video is based on the concept do not throw your common sense out the window. Many people, they they're seeking the reality of God. They're seeking the reality of Allah. They're seeking the reality of Supreme Mind. And there's many roads that they take. Some people take the road of religion. Some people take the road of New Age teachings. Some people also take the road of spirituality. In Islam is Tasawwuf, what's nowadays referred to as Sufism. In Judaism, the spiritual path is Kabbalah. In Christianity, the spiritual path is Gnosticism. Or some people just stay on the lowest rung and just take everything literally. If it's Quranic, they take it literally. Biblical, they take it literally. If it's in the Torah, they take it literally. And this is the lowest road because a lot of times they throw the baby out with the bathwater. And that's a very bad thing. Many people enter these religions and enter these pathways, and what happens is because they receive feel good therapy, then they throw their common sense out the window. And that's very bad. Not knowing that you may be looking for a guide, a sheikh, and instead of getting a guide, you find a shark. And what I mean by a shark, generally from America, and it's not exclusive to America because this happens in throughout West Africa. This happens in different parts of Africa as well, and different places all over the globe, India. Many places it happens. You start paying money to get a spiritual practice. Makes no sense. You paid money for someone to give you a weird or a zik so you can get a better job. So you can get some type of spiritual enlightenment. You pay your hard-earned money for somebody who has the gift of gab in order for you to do better. It was the same thing way with prosperity preachers and mega churches. If you pay a whole lot of money, God is going to reward you. A hardy ha ha ha. The joke's on you if you do that. And many people, because out of desperation, that's what they do. They do. They'll pay Peter pop off for a bottle of olive oil or a handkerchief. They'll pay Sheikh Feel Good for a spiritual bath of sea salt. They'll do that. That's very, very bad. Because what happens is you keep paying for these practices and you get nothing in return besides a good feeling. Very bad. And, you have to be aware of these. Because it happens in the church. During Ramadan, it happens. For real. It really happens during Ramadan. They selling all kinds of socks to make wudu, selling all kinds of things. Wait till it come around again. Gotta watch. You paying the imam rent. And he can only say what he get paid for, what he's allowed to say by that board. You gotta watch. It's very bad. Be aware. Don't give away your intelligence just to feel good or for feel good therapy. Pay attention, because sometimes you be looking for the right thing in the wrong place, especially on YouTube. You know, you gotta watch who you give your mind to or you give your heart to, because that's never the point. If you have a sheikh, or if you get a sheikh, he's a guide. He's supposed to bring you directly to the reality of Allah, period. Nothing else. Nothing else. And many people lose the plot. Just like a politician. He lied to you. If you vote for me, I'm going to do this. If you vote for me, I'm going to do that. And then when he get in office, he don't do that. He's a politician. He's going to lie to you. It should never be like that when it comes to um, spiritual applications. It should never be like that. And that happens throughout Africa, West Africa. You have these people called marabouts. So in order for you to get some type of practice, you working on their farm. You may be cleaning their house for years, months, and days, and you don't get nothing. You think you're getting something, and you feel real, real good, but you ain't getting nothing. So you gotta watch them people who come on the internet and say, "Oh, join this Zoom call, and it's $200. Oh, to give you this practice, it's 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 $98. You know what I mean? You gotta watch that, because that is a scam. That's a snake oil salesman, and many people have adopted that bad habit. But if you see that, you in the wrong direction. You in the wrong direction. You gotta watch that. To know what's on a person's mind, all you have to do is listen to what comes out of their mouth and be aware, because many people have good intentions, but if you got good intentions and you got bad actions, something wrong. There's something wrong. You know, a lot of people, when they get feel good therapy, they lose their common sense. They throw their common sense out the window. Watch any documentaries on cults. Look what happened with Jim Jones. Look what happened with the Davidians. Look what happened with so many of these peoples. Look at history, so you don't repeat that. It's very, very important. Watch what happens. Beware of cults. The cult of personality. Watch what you don't let anybody sleepwalk you. Because a lot of times when you see this and you see this, you go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. You want to rise from a mental death. A person who know and a person that don't know, they are not the same. So be aware of these different things. It reminds me of a story of Nasruddin. He was looking all over the place outside of his house, looking for hours and hours. And a person looked at him and they said, "Nasruddin, what are you doing?" He said, "I'm looking for my glasses. I'm looking for my glasses." So the man asked him, "Where did you last see your glasses?" He said, "In the house." So they asked him, "Why are you looking outside?" He said, "Because there's more light." Think about that. If you felt this video beneficial, like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions about the tariqah, the pathway, send an email to secretofallah@gmail.com. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق وخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق هدي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقدار العظيم سيدنا محمد رسول الله عليه السلام الله إن ملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ameen. Peace.